Hi, this is Blockchain Bad. Welcome to this video. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make use of generics. So, I'm going to be going with two example. So, first of all, the example I'm going to be going with is creating a vault where you're going to utilize generics and save any object in a vault. So, first of all, let me create a vault, locally published docs vault, capital V, then it has the key and the stability. They're going to give you an ID of type UID. This doesn't need to be a simple vault, so later on you can put other functionalities like maybe timer, after some time to unlock something like that. But just now, the vault is just going to be locking objects. So create a new vault and lock an item. So right now, once lock any item of type T. So right now, I want to be able to lock any item in our box. So you have to come here and specify the item and make sure we have T here. So if you notice something, we don't use phantom. We don't use phantom T here because we're actually storing T in the vault. So right now we're going to leave this like this. Then I'm going to create another function. Let's call it create vault. So now this particular function is going to first of all, so this function is first of all we're going to call it create vault. Then if you take our item which want to lock in the vault, so I'll give it item T. They have to specify, come here and specify that our function is to take a type of type T also. Then I'm going to pass interaction context to our function. After that, I need to create a new vault to lock our item. So I'll select vault, to vault. Then our ID going to be object new. Then I'm going to pass interaction context. Then as for item, I'll say vault. Sorry, we're going to be passing an item here to the vault. So after that, I can also come here and specify that our vault is going to be of type T also. Then after that, you can let me just transfer the vault to the person that created the vault. So I'll do transfer and public transfer. Then I'll be sending the vault to the user. So I'll write in vault here as the object. Then the recipient is going to be ttx.sender. Okay, right now if you notice something, this is complaining because they said the argument originally is type T can have the ability store, but the argument type T does not have the ability to store. So right now you have to come here and specify that in item. For us to, like I explained before in the previous video, that for us to able to put something in on an object or for global storage, it has to have the store ability. So you have to make sure that any object you're putting here, you have to make sure anything you're putting here have the store ability. So I can come here and specify that these are objects here will have the store ability. SCORE. So right now, if we see that we have been able to tackle that error, so we're making sure that we're just passing in any value that any objects or any item we want to lock must definitely have the store ability for it to be part of the global storage. Then another function I'm going to be writing is going to be called unlock. Or let me just call it destroy vault. Destroy vault. So right now, our first argument is going to be the vault, which is going to be a vault of type T. Then you have to come here also and specify our type of type T. Then after that, I can also come here and specify my character context. It should be a new character context. And after that, we have to destructure our objects. So let's destructure this destruct. So I'll say let's vault vaults. And first of all, pick our ID and item. Then it will be equal to vaults. After that, what you can do, we can delete our objects. So we're going to delete the vault. So we'll do id.delete to delete the vault. After that, we have this item here. So we have to transfer this item to user. We can either return it to our function here. Can either return the item here. Or we're going to return T here and choose to return our item here. But right now, I'm going to be transferring the item to a user. So I'll just assume that for now, for this example, let's assume maybe the item of type T, it's an object, so I'm going to transfer it to follow of the function. So right now, let me just transfer it. So I'll make it transfer, public transfer. So right now, I will just transfer item. It's going to be qtx.sender. Of right now, if you notice, we still have some errors here which we had before. So we have to come here and specify. Since we're transferring this item here, is going to be of type T to the user, or to maybe transferring to a sender, the recipient. You have to make sure number one, it is an object. So every object has a key ability. So you have to make sure that's there. Secondly, since you're doing public transfer, you have to make sure that it has the store ability. So I'll do plus store to make sure that it has the store ability. So right now, this our code is very simple. So let me just get rid of this one in here. Just copy this and paste it here to get rid of this warnings. So right now, this our code is actually very simple. Just a simple vault. The assignment to be for you to go and add maybe a time to unlock the vault. So make sure that the vault is not unlocked a certain time is reached, or maybe a certain condition is met. But I just want to show you an example of how you can create a vault. So let's deploy this smart contact. So I'm going to be opening this extension. First of all, let me just switch to the DevNet, and then let me try to also switch my wallet address here to this also. And then for now, I would have used this this. Okay, let me just use this to publish the object first. Let me put my terminal here, because I want to show you how you can call functions using your terminal, and then you have generics. So I have this here. Let me request for some faucets. So let me get faucets here. Okay. So after that, what you can do is Sui client publish. I can come here and click the publish button. Same thing. So I'll do Sui client publish. Okay, so we successfully published our smart contacts. So first of all, let's call this first function, which is create vault. So come here and do Sui client call. Then I'm going to specify our package ID, which is going to be this right here. Then after that, I'll specify our module, which is votes. The next will be our function. For our function, I'm going to be calling the create vote function. Create um votes. Then after that, we're going to be passing our arguments. So I'll put args. So we're going to be passing in um an item here. So let me come here again and request for allow faucet. That I'm going to be locking a coin in our vault. So let me request for allow faucet again. We're doing that. For now, right now, if you notice this function, we're passing in a type of T. So we have to specify our type arguments here. So the type of the object we're looking. So if you know we're looking at an item here, you have to specify the type over here. So after that, after arguments, you can come here and specify type args to specify the type argument. So I believe right now we've created our faucets. Let me come over here and show our two coins. So I'm going to be copying this second coin ID. I'll click on it to copy. So I've copied that. For argument, I'm going to be pasting that because I want to actually lock up that coin in our vaults. Then if you notice, that's a Sui coin. So you have to specify the coin type, which is over here. So this is a Sui coin type. We'll specify that, which is 0x2 Sui. If it is to be a luck coin, maybe you can go to the explorer. If you're passing maybe a virus coin, you have to put in the virus coin type argument. If you're locking an NFT to a vault, you have to specify and put the okay, let me explain what I was talking about better. Let me bring this over here. So if I come over to face scan here, maybe if I wanted to maybe look at NFT here, and you know, even inside the type, let me say I want to lock this potato land NFT. So look at the NFT type here, I can just copy it here, and if I add that to my wallet, I will just replace this with that. So that's for the type arguments. And also to explain things better again, if I had, let's say if I was passing to objects, maybe sorry, to types or a function, let me see T and key here, you can actually specify two type arguments by just putting this and just giving a space and specifying the second one again. If you had the third one also, you can just put it. So for right now, I'm just having only one type argument, which is I'm passing only one type here to my vault. So let me just move this. I hope you understand what I was saying. So let me come here and specify a Sui coin type, which we're locking. This now we're looking. Let me copy it now. Let me copy this package ID and head over back to our explorer. So I'm on DevNet. Let me switch to DevNet. So if I paste our object ID over here, so you notice it now. Look at it now. This is our coin and it's of type 0x2 Sui coin Sui. So let me just copy this and let me paste it over here. Okay, so now let's try to. So the issue you're having is that you're supposed to put this in quotes so that we don't confuse our terminal. So you can just put this in quotes so that your terminal is not confused. So you click on enter. No result function. Create volts. Wait. Okay, I did not spell my function correctly. So let me come back here again and change this to the correct function name. So if I click on enter, so we've successfully called our first function, which was create vaults, which we actually put a Sui coin. So right now, let me explain something you should understand. It can take any type. I can choose to lock an NFT. Right now I lock the coin. You could choose to lock an NFT, any object in this vault. So notice that we have this vault is unique. You could create any vault and lock anything you want. So Let me copy this. If I come here and come to created objects, so right now we have created objects to our vaults. So if I come back to the Explorer again and I paste it, you will notice that in this field now, the items we locked up something. This is what we locked up here. So we locked up a Sui coin. So just like I said, you can lock up anything and NFC because our void is our vault is unique, and um that's what makes generics very unique. That's one thing that makes generics very unique. So you can go ahead and call the second function, play with it. I just called second function. So I'm not going to call the second function the same way I call the first one. You call it put the story, and also this extension can do that for you. So right now I know this extension can also show you how to do it to the terminal first. So for easy maybe let's say you want to do it easily, you can just come over to Sui Move and just easily do that. So you can just specify your type argument here and to work out. So that's how to do it with terminal. That's it for the first example. So for the second example, let me come here. I'll come over to example 2. I'm going to be creating a wallet, but mind you, this is not the way to create wallets normally. So right now, the coins I'm going to be using, this is not the way to create coins. It's just going to be a demo for you to understand generics. So it's going to tell us we're going to touch how to create coins properly. So right now, I'm just showing you the example for you to practice how generics works and the power of generics. So right now, I'm going to creating a wallet. So just a dummy wallet. Normally these are now wallets are created on, coins are created. So I'll create my first stock. So first of all, I'll call it stocked wallet. So right now let's have the key and let me do the key ability. So first of all, I have an ID, href type UID, and also I always should be able to save coins. So for the coins, let me just make it vector to use different coins. So vector of. So let me come here and create a coin. So just like I said before, this is not the right way to create coins, but I'm just showing you this as a simple example. I don't like going to create coins to confuse you for now. So can create coin, then the coin is going to have a key and store ability. Yes, I'm going to be using that in global storage. Hopefully have the key and store ability. The coin is going to have an ID, which is type UID. Then the value also, the coin is going to have the value. With the value type U64. Then one thing also, we want our coin, this coin to be unique. So we want to maybe create different kinds of coin, like example Sui coin, Wagos coin. So for that, we're going to give it a phantom type. So right now, we're going to give it a type of T. But if you notice right now, we're not going to be saving. Let me give an example now. So let me just come here, create two currencies, probably stopped. Let me just call it USD. And let me put this here. And let me call this view. Now, right now, we're not actually saving this T in our objects. We're just using the type. So right now, I'm going to be using phantom. So what I'm going to do next, instead of using T, or else it's like, okay, this coin can be of phantom. It can be T. Right now, let me just call it currency to give it a clear name. So let me use currency. So right now, when creating our coin, we can specify that, okay, this is a USD coin or this is a Euro coin. So that's why you need phantom. In the last example, we are saving the objects, or let me call it object, we're saving the item in the object. So that's why we're just leaving it like that. But right now, we're not actually saving anything, we're only referencing from the type to show that, okay, this coin is going to be of type currency. So for our wallet also, our wallet is going to hold coins, and the coin, so our coin here that is holding is going to be of type currency also, which I told you before can be you. So right now we have to also specify here also we have to specify this currency, and just like I said before, it's going to be phantom. type. So it's going to be phantom and currency. Don't get it confused. We're using we're using T before, but right now I just wanted to give it the correct name. Stop using T. Stop using T. So like I give it currency. So those are our two stocks. So the first function I'll be having will be mint coin. Let me call this mint coin. Then first of all, let's say we want to mint. Let's give the value we want to mint, particular value of the coin we want to mint. It will be of type is to 4. Then let's pass in an dash on context. Text context. These are not the right ways to mint coin. I mentioned it before, so I'm just giving an example for you to understand generic spectra before going to the other way of working with coins and balances. So right now we also have to specify what type of coin we want to mint. So we're going to be of type currency. Then here let me come and select coin is equal to coin. So these are coin here. Then you have to pass an ID, which is going to be objects new. And I'm going to pass a actual context over here, and also passing our value. Then you have to specify also, you have to put it that okay, this is going to be of type currency. This is going to be of type currency. Then after creating the coin, or we can just return the coin from the function. But right now I'm just going to be transferring it to the sender. So I will just do transfer, public transfer. Then I'm going to transfer the coin. It's going to be our objects to this recipient. It's going to be CTX on sender. That's for our first function. So let me create another function again, which is going to be create wallet. So call is public fund rates wallet. So right now we have to specify right now these are our wallet right now can only hold on specific kind of currency. So it can hold only one type of currency. It is not unique enough to hold different types of currency. So it is the assignment also to go and figure out a way it can hold different. Right now, if I put only if I create my wallet here, let me create wallet function. So I'm going to let wallet is equal to wallet so first of all I'm going to specify my ID. Let me just pass in my partial context here. Then ID is going to be objects new. And I'm going to pass in my partial context over here. Then for the coins, it's just going to be vector. Vector empty. Then we have to specify what kind of coins what kind of currencies that. So I have to specify, I have to come here and pass in maybe that's going to be currency. Just like you cannot be confused, just like you passing T. So I'm going to specify that for my wallet also. So after that, let me just transfer. I can choose to return the wallets. Well, I don't use PTBs right now to make it stay longer. So I've thought that use PTBs less stay. So you can choose to use PTBs, and after creating new wallets, actually write allow functions to deposit to the wallet. But right now, let me just keep things simple for now. So I need to transfer the wallet also. So more people transfer the wallet to the user, which we should text dot sender. So right now we have to also come here and give this, sorry, you have to make sure that this also has stability. That come here, specify store. Okay, yeah, that's not the issue. Sorry, that's not the issue. Recruiting, when we're creating our wallet, we did not actually make it give stability. So that's it. So right now, I'm just going to be stopping here. I will give you the assignment of number one. Use this as a PTB. Create a function called deposit. Then after creating this wallet, I would want to challenge yourself to use PTB. So instead of you to send number one, what you will do, first of all, let me explain the assignment. What you will do, use this, call this first function, which is mint coin. So I want to challenge you, instead of using transferring it to sender, use a PTB. So return this here from the function. You can choose to return the coin from the function. You should know how to do that already. Then also this, instead of transferring the wallet to the user, also in the same transaction, create a coin, mint a coin, create a wallet, they write a function called deposits where you can be able to actually pass in this wallets and the coin. Then you're going to be passing in this your minted coin into the wallet. Then you will now run the transaction in one particular transaction, which is usually a PTB. First of all, the first function in your PTB will be the mint coin. Secondly, I made it on PTB, so you can go back and watch that. Secondly, your second function is going to be creating wallets. When you say PTB, then your third function, you're going to be passing in this minted coin and your wallet to a deposit function, which you're going to be creating. So I'm not going to be doing that because I want to challenge yourself. If you don't practice, you're not going to learn. So I'm not sure I'm going to be giving a solution for that, but it left you to figure it out. If you have any issues, you can DM. Well, I'll be leaving this code for now on the GitHub repo. So it's just for you to figure this out. Possibly I might be giving a solution, which I'm not going to be assuring that. So do that and just challenge yourself to do it. You can call it in a function. Make sure you pass in your type arguments. So just try to challenge yourself to complete this function and try to call it yourself. So we're done with generics. We've touched everything. The first video I talked about, I introduced to generics. Second video I went deeper. Then this one we got the first example which we created a vault. Then second example again, actually creating a wallet, which is not good you actually to create a wallet, but we're just trying to figure this out. So if you have any question, feel free to ask them on the comment section. You can DM me. My social handle links will be on the description below. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye.